Hey all, my name is Kirsten and I have another blog post for you, and today it's called The 4 Ways to Care for Your Small Group Point People During COVID-19. Now, things are changing rapidly, and for some of us, our pace has picked up. And not only that, but we can add homeschooler to our resume, master germ killer, and online group guru. So what does it look like to effectively care for our small group point people through this season? So this blog talks about 4 things that you could literally implement today as a way to care for other people. But what I want to say is just one caveat, is to remind yourself to care also for your own soul. Because as we're caring for others, we're carrying a heavier load. And as we're carrying a heavier load, if we're not also taking the time to care for our own soul, that can ultimately be destructive later on. So remember to take care of yourself as you're caring for other people. You want to be able to give something that you already have. So the first way to care for your small group point people is, now listen, 4 C's: compound interest. Second one's consistent check-ins. Third one is to challenge yourself. And the 4th one is to communicate value. So the first one is compound interest. So the first way is by recognizing that everything we do literally adds up. In crisis, no act is too small. And so I don't want you to be afraid of is that too many texts or calls, or, I just don't want to bother them. Because I have yet to hear someone say, man, I wish I wasn't hearing from my small group coach so much. Or man, I wish I wasn't hearing from the church so much. People need the care. They need the calls right now. And Steve Gladen says, if you want to make a church feel small, give a call. The second one is consistent check-ins. Be consistent in your check-ins. Go above and beyond to make yourself available. If you want to send out your cell number, if you want to send out your email address, if you want to have them reach out to you in whatever way possible, maybe it's a direct message, whatever way possible, but also be proactive about it. Don't just wait for them to contact you. Why don't you contact them? Set up regular check-ins and just say, hey, if you want to get in touch, if you want to talk with other group leaders, I'm going to be available on the call. I'm going to set it up as an invitation for anyone to join whenever they want, however they want. So one thing that we've been doing is I have these group check-ins where I'll literally send out an invite to all of my small group leaders, and I'll say, I'm going to be on the call with other leaders for 1 hour at this time on this day. If you are available, hop on whenever you can for as long as you can, and we'll spend some time praying for each other. And then the third one is challenge yourself. So get outside of your regular rhythms. One thing that I'm doing is I'm challenging myself to contact 3 to 5 people in various formats every single day. And these 3 to 5 people are people who I don't get in touch with every single day on a daily basis or on a regular basis. So who have I not talked to in the last couple of weeks? They go on that list. Or who have I not talked to in a couple of months and maybe they live out of state? They go on that list as well. And I'm doing 3 to 5 people every single day. And then communicate value is the 4th one. So what's the value that we can add behind the screen? All the more in a crisis, it is critical to remember the soft data in people's lives. And what I mean by that is just because there's a lot of things that feel canceled or put on hold doesn't mean that birthdays, anniversaries, or important dates are put on hold. In fact, the remembrance of those dates might actually be magnified in a person's life in this season because of the emotional stress that's already taking place. And so be diligent in remembering these and reaching out to just check in to see, hey, you know what? I remembered today, 2 years ago, you got baptized. Just wanted to send a message to let you know I'm thinking about you. That matters even more in this season. So a recap to summarize the 4 C's that would be critical to implement care today. And they are: everything adds up to compound interest. Be consistent with your check-ins. Challenge yourself to have a greater reach, and communicate value to people through what's the most important to them.